Good morning, everyone. My name is Tiare Johnson. I'm proud and incredibly grateful to stand before you today as the newest resident of Ann's Place. I was born and raised in Norfolk, Virginia, one of 8 children, living with a single mom. We moved around a lot. We grew up on food stamps and living in a public housing. We didn't have much, but all we had was each other. At the age of 20, I married my childhood sweetheart, and long after that, she got in the military, and we moved to Fort Bragg. When I was 21 years old, living there in Fort Bragg, we had a daughter. And years after that, we moved to Tampa, where we welcomed our son. But after that, life threw me a couple of curveballs. In 2006, my wife was arrested, and the kids fell into my care. So I took my kids and we moved back to D.C., living in public housing, living with my mom again. In 2013, my mom lost her house. So me and my kids had to pack up and move and ended up in D.C. General Shelter. I couldn't find work. It was hard, but I kept on applying, but I couldn't find work. Eventually, I had to send my kids to live with my wife's family while she was still in jail. I found myself living in abandoned buildings with no lights, no water, no heat, just me. Some people call those type of places bandos, but I called it survival. I used to tell myself, if I could just get through the day, everything is gonna be okay. If I can just get through the day, everything's gonna be okay. Eventually, my kids and my wife ended up in a shelter, in a transitional shelter on Spring Road, while I lived on my sister's couch for 3.5 years in a 1-bedroom apartment in public assisted housing. After that, it was back to the bandos again. Another winter and another dark place. When COVID hit, I spent a year and a half living in a tent. It takes everything in you to keep you moving. Eventually, I made my way to Martin Luther King Avenue shelter, and that was the hardest part. Just walking in there with my pride and my dignity in shambles. Because in a shelter, you feel like you don't have nothing, and everyone just loses hope for you. The case managers there at the shelter told me it was a 6-month program, but I ended up being there for 2.5 years. And then I eventually connected with Community of Hope, and Community of Hope connected me to Ann's Place. Ann's Place gave me just what I needed, a place to call my own. For the first time in a long time, I have a house, not a shelter, not an abandoned building, but a home with keys, a door that locks, a stove to cook on, furniture, a bed, and lights. I want to take the time out today to acknowledge my case manager from Community of Hope, Mr. Sam Whitaker, who's here today. I have a residential liaison, Marty Lewin, who calls and checks up on me and makes sure I'm doing okay. So today, I just want to thank every donor, every volunteer, and every person who believed in the mission of Ann's Place, because you guys made this all possible. You just not only just gave me 4 walls and a roof, you gave me a chance to reset my life, to restore my dignity, to feel like a human being again. Thank you for giving me and all the rest of the residents of Ann's Place a place in a community and a place of comfort. Thank you so much, and God bless every last one of y'all.
Thank you. Look at you. Look at them. They love you.